Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I will keep it as short as possible and to the point, okay? So I will not be discussing in depth about URL, but whatever we need for now, okay? We need to know actually. We will be discussing about it. So stay tuned and let's continue. So here, let me open my article. So at first, here I have written some important information that URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. What is URL? Whatever, like in Google, this is also a URL, okay? It can be in any browser or anywhere. URL means uh, what I can say, like uniform resource locator. So like we are searching for some resources, or we are sending some request to a resource, so that is done through a URL. Okay, so that is the thing, like we can say. But what is the full form? What is most important here is uniform resource locator. It is a web address. Okay, this is actually an address that helps locate resources on the internet. Okay, understanding URLs is essential for web development. Definitely, that's why I am discussing. So why it is like it is a web address that helps locate resources on the internet. What does it mean? So whenever you have made a website in your local server or anything, okay, anything in your local server, mainly website, let's say, you cannot show it to other users available on the internet. Okay, for that you need something to serve your files or serve your website files or serve your website. So that work is done by that URL. Okay, that URL on the internet. So that is the thing. Using that URL, other persons or like other users can access whatever you want to serve to them. We know Google, there is Google Drive URL as well as some YouTube videos URL. So like that all are URL. Now that is the like a thing about a basic about the URL. Now let's talk about the components of URL. Okay, before jumping to the components of URL, uh, what happens actually whenever you are serving your website on the internet, generating a URL. So in that case you can see, okay, actually we will be talking it inside this component portion. Whatever, let's continue with the component. So actually in component of a URL, if I take this URL now, just a second, just let me open Excel draw, it will be better. Okay, let me print it here, let me zoom it. Now here you can see, here is the thing. Okay, this portion only, starting from here to here. Okay, okay, starting from this HTTP, actually I am talking about this HTTP. So let me mark it down, it will be better to understand then. This HTTPS, okay, what is the full form? Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and it's secure. Okay, so let's go here. So HTTP means Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which is actually a communication protocol in the world of internet. Okay, it represents how much your URL is secure and if it's secure or not, or other things about your URL. It gives some information about your URL. Okay, now there is HTTPS on other hand, which stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, but in secure format. That's why S. So it's actually, we can call it secure HTTP. Okay, what does it? What is it's telling? That encrypts communication using an SSL certificate for security. We'll be discussing about SSL certificate later. Whenever we'll be hosting our website, or we'll like buying some hosting from hosting providers. So in that time or in other video, I will be discussing in depth about this. But for now, ignore that WebSocket protocol. Just let's focus on the HTTP and HTTPS. Okay. Now, in some websites, you can see, or in most of the websites which are very popular, you can see HTTPS. Like for now, in that my URL, my this URL, like which is of hash node actually, you can see HTTPS. Means it's secure to use or to search on the web. Okay. So that's the thing. HTTPS. That will be sufficient for you for now. So the first part of a URL is protocol. Okay, the protocol defines how communication happens between the browser and the server. That's cool. It also like defines how communication happens between the browser and the server we are making, and this is actually browser from where we are accessing some links, and links using this we are sending some requests to our server. So that's the process we'll be learning in depth with time. Now domain name means what? Is a human relatable version of IP address. So how a IP address looks like if I that is the thing what I was talking about before, and I skipped. So IP address mainly whenever you are hosting your website. For now, if I go to my localhost website, here you can see, okay, here you can see, I don't know if you can see or not. Let me take it here. Okay, now you can see, for now my localhost URL is like that, http okay colon double slash localhost 3000. Okay, an example something query parameters are there. Now it's on localhost, correct? Localhost, it's serving from my or this localhost 3000 is actually connected to my IP address, okay, like to my laptop's IP address. But whenever you are hosting your website somewhere on the internet, there is so many hosting providers. Let's say Hostinger is there, okay, Virtual is there, Railway is there. Like wherever you are hosting, they will provide some on the backend. Actually, what is happening on the background, that whenever you are uploading some file, if I tell you in easy words, that whenever you are uploading your websites file or connecting those things, those are uploaded to a CPU or to a machine like your laptop. Okay, like your laptop, something is performing. The like that is wherever it is connected or storing, it's like a laptop. So that machine has its own IP address. Okay, and that is serving on the internet. So like we cannot directly, and how IP address looks like. So if I give an example, so it sometimes looks like 1.003 point something. Okay, there is some conventions, but for now it looks like this point dot 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 something. So we cannot like serve this to people. Okay, people cannot remember it. So that's why we cannot directly put it on the link on or on the URL. So in place of this, we are giving this as an example here, gtacademy dot has not dot dev. So that is the what, that is actually domain name instead of IP address. As IP address is very complicated, we are using that domain name. Okay, so that is the thing. So what it's telling, actually the domain name is a human relatable version. Why? Because human can remember it very easily. So that's the thing of IP addresses. Now websites are hosted on a servers with specific IP addresses. So that's the thing, and we are like actually whenever we are purchasing some domain name, it's connected to that uh, server where our website is hosted, and it's like redirecting the URL. Let's say we have purchased, let's say gtacademy.com. Okay, we have purchased a domain name called gtacademy.com. So this gtacademy.com will be embedded or connected with the specific IP address of that machine where I have hosted my website. So that is the thing. Okay, so if I represent it visually, let's say on internet, this is the IP address. Okay, sorry, this is a machine. So here my websites all files are located. Okay, and I am serving it to the internet. But whenever I will or I need to serve it, I need to give some URL to the people, and this URL may contain this IP address. But I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be very clear and accessible as well, and I want to give it a name which can be remembered by people. So that's why I have purchased a domain name, let's say gtacademy.com. In reality I have not purchased, but just for as an example I have purchased this. Now this is my IP address of this machine. Okay, wherever it is hosted. So whenever people will search on this like this link or this string or whatever, okay, gtacademy.com, this link, it will redirect or it will consider that I have to present to the user whatever is available on that IP address. Okay, actually this IP address of this machine is connected to that domain name. So that is the thing. Okay, I hope you have understood this thing now. After that, example google.com mapped to an IP address. Okay, so that's the thing. So like okay, that is the thing. Now another thing in the URL is path. Okay, if I go to the URL, till now we have completed about this protocol. After that this domain name. Okay, after that this path wherever we are requesting. Okay, slash something. So in case of localhost URL, in previous video I have shown you how to make the paths in the server. So localhost 3000 is domain for now, it's running on localhost, that's why on a port. But after this slash or slash itself is a default path, and after this slash example is a path for now, and in the upper example slash handle URL in node.js summary is a path. Okay, so that is the thing. Now let's say as an example example is also, that is the thing. Okay, after that this is query parameter, there is also other parts can be added, I will be discussing about it. But for now that is the path. Okay, that is the path slash something or slash itself is the path representing the path. So like a URL till now contains these three things: protocol, domain name, and path. Okay, here you can see some examples. Nested path. Nested path means sometimes you can see some like some URLs where the path is looking like that, slash something and then again slash something. So that is an example of nested path. for now it's absolute path. So that is the thing. Okay, like this is also called nested path. Let's say if there is something like slash backend cds, okay, backend c's, then slash this file or this path. So that is actually nested path, because starting from here to here, okay, first path is slash backend cds, and second with it what is nested slash handle url in node.js. But this is not the correct path for now for our article, but that is the concept actually. After that we'll be doing the practical part also, but before that theoretical part is important. Another or last portion is query parameter. Okay, sometimes we search something on google. Okay, so let's say we are searching for uh, country, okay, or let's say color red. So you will just see whenever I will like tap on enter on my keyboard, you can see, or you should focus on the url. Okay, can you see here what is the url? So let's discuss about this url on the google. So let's paste it here for now, just a second. Okay, that is too big url for us. We don't know that what things actually google is sending to its backend, and we should not focus on that for now. Okay, so like let me remove that things for now. I don't think we will need this. Okay, okay, let's remove it for now. Okay, I think it's sufficient for now. So here you can see the path whatever we have searched on google. So at first there is https, which is the protocol. Okay, after that www.google.com, which is domain name. After that slash search. So slash search is a route on google's backend. And after that you can see some question mark. Okay, so wherever in the link you will see a question mark, from there the query parameter is actually starting. Okay, so question mark, then there is a query parameter called q, but which is the key, and it's equals to, it's checking for what is the query from us, color red, and because we have searched for color red. Okay, if you can remember, here we have typed color red. So like whatever, we have typed color red, and it's taking it to this query parameter. Okay, with it, after that here you can see a and, correct, here you can see a and means if we want to send multiple query parameter, so then we will use the and operator. We have sent, we are sending a query parameter, this the string, search string. After that some other information also. Okay, after that another and then other information also. So that is the thing, using and you can send different or multiple query parameters. Okay, so that is about the query parameter. Now we will learn about how to code it on our own backend, and how to get that query parameter from the user. Okay, okay, so here is nothing to like discuss on this article for now. That was the theoretical part. Let me see how much time we have discussed. Okay, 18 minutes, around 18 minutes we have discussed. Now I think we should like we should continue in this video, or we can make another video as well for the coding part. Okay, it will be fine to make another part. So let's go to the next video. Let's continue with the coding part from the next video.